Out in the Louisiana swamps, folks ain't just hunting gators. They're living a life as wild and unpredictable as the land itself. For over a decade, millions watched the swamp people on TV, rooting for those rugged Cajuns who wrestled giants from the murky depths. But the cameras? They only showed you half the story, because off-screen the bayou held its own dark secrets. Some got locked up, some passed on too soon, and a few? They made headlines for all the wrong reasons. This ain't just about gators, folks. It's about the truth they didn't want you to see. Let's start with a legend gone too soon. A loss that still echoes through these cypress trees. Mitchell Gust. Him and his brother Glenn, they were the soul of the show. Old school, no frills, just pure swamp living. But in May 2012, while working on his houseboat, Mitchell collapsed. A heart attack. Just days shy of his 48th birthday, a true bayou spirit passed on. No drama, no scandal, just a man taken doing what he loved most. The swamp felt a little emptier that year, and fans across America grieved a genuine hero. From heartbreak, we turn to the kind of trouble that brews hotter than a summer storm. Chase Landry, son of the king of the swamp. Troy Landry was a fan favorite with grit to spare. But back in 2016, his temper flared into a full-blown crisis. Out on the water, he swore a shrimp boat was about to swamp his skiff, loaded with gators. So what did he do? He pulled out a gun and popped a round at him. No one was hurt, thankfully, but that bullet landed him squarely in legal hot water. Booked for illegal discharge of a firearm, Chase claimed self-defense. But in America, even in the wild, firing a weapon in anger carries a heavy price. Then there was Trapper Joe LaFont, one of the originals. Tough as nails, sharp as a gator's tooth. But behind the scenes, a darker current ran through his life. In 2012, near Disney World, of all places, he was arrested for domestic violence. Witnesses painted a grim picture: punches thrown, a woman shaken, even a lit cigarette allegedly used as a weapon. She never pressed charges, but the damage was done. 3 years later, in 2015, another arrest. This time, his girlfriend claimed he broke 2 of her ribs. Again, no charges stuck, but Trapper Joe quietly vanished from the show. Some demons, it seems, hunt harder than any gator. Roger Rivers roared onto swamp people like a hurricane. Fearless, bold, born for the hunt. But Roger didn't just bend the rules, he snapped them clean in half. In 2017, he was ensnared by a litany of wildlife violations. Selling gators without tags, dealing deer meat, even possessing weed. Then, in 2022, the bottom fell out with contractor fraud. He took $6,000 for a job and ghosted the client. From a celebrated hunter to a convicted felon, Roger's story is a chilling reminder: sometimes the wildest creature in the swamp is man himself. RJ and J. Paul Molinier, father and son, built like oak trees, deadly with a hook. But in 2013, their names exploded across headlines for all the wrong reasons. A road rage incident in Louisiana spiraled into violence. They allegedly followed a man into a gas station and beat him with a beer bottle. They turned themselves in, claiming the other guy started it, and somehow, by a twist of fate, avoided jail time. They stayed on the show for a spell, but that spotlight, it dimmed mighty fast. Some walk away from the swamp, not by choice, but by necessity. Trigger Tommy. Chauvin had 2 harrowing close calls. First, a 5-car pileup he miraculously walked away from. Then, in 2019, a devastating blast accident that cost him most of his right hand. He stepped away from hunting and left the show for good, choosing recovery and family over the relentless demands of the bayou. A tough end for a truly tough man. The bayou claimed another one too soon. Randy Edwards came from a long line of gator hunters, a natural in the swamp. But in 2018, his life ended tragically in a car wreck. His truck hit a pole and flipped. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and authorities believed alcohol played a role. At just 35 years old, he left behind a wife and 3 kids. A stark, painful lesson in the unforgiving nature of life outside the swamp. And then there's Nicholas Payne, who had a short, fiery stint on Swamp People, working alongside Bruce Mitchell. But in 2011, things spiraled out of control. He got into a brutal confrontation with deputies in Pearl River, striking a female officer before bolting into the woods. A K-9 unit tracked him down and didn't hold back. Turns out, he was wanted in Florida too. After that, Nicholas vanished from the show and from the spotlight, swallowed up by his own choices. Even the king of the swamp himself couldn't escape the long arm of the law. In 2024, Troy Landry was busted for illegally tagging gators after a sting operation by wildlife officials. He called it a mix-up. His daughter-in-law dismissed it as just a ticket. But the law doesn't see it that way. His boat and gators were seized, and he faced heavy fines and potential jail time. Proof that even kings can stumble, and the rules of the land apply to us all. Not all battles are fought with gators. Dusty Crumb, the legendary wild man, faced his toughest opponent in 2021, a truck crash. A blowout sent his vehicle flipping, crushing his leg. But Dusty, with that same wild grit, tied off his leg with his shirt and held on. He survived. 5 surgeries later, he's back in the Everglades, still hunting pythons. A testament to a man who refuses to be broken. And finally, a reminder that loyalty runs deeper than any water in the swamp. Tyler, Bruce Mitchell's faithful hound, was more than a pet. He was a partner, a shadow, a friend. He passed peacefully in 2014 after years of unwavering swampside loyalty. Bruce said it best. He had a great life, and he'll be missed. Even the animals leave their mark on these wild lands. Life in the swamp ain't easy. These folks, the Swamp People, they gave us everything. The thrill of the hunt, the raw beauty of the bayou, and the stark reality of lives lived on the edge. Some soared, some stumbled, some found redemption, others found ruin. So, who's your favorite gator hunter, and what do you think of their unseen story? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more behind-the-scenes truth on your favorite shows, hit that subscribe button. We'll catch y'all next time, out in the wild.